Okay. This is going to be my only response to some questions that I've been asked over the last day or so, especially from a lot of people. I've I've gotten tired of trying to convince people of anything. Okay, and the illusion and life is not an illusion. I didn't want to use that word because I think it's fake. Uh, Going over 40 years, 643 videos, 3,000 published and copyrighted songs, 5 books, somewhere between 25 and 3,000 articles and everything. And still, when I talk to people, I have to spend half the time talking to them, simply convincing them that I'm not a liar and I really have done these things for what little good they did to the overall scheme of things. So, about 3 or 4 days ago, I underwent a metamorphosis. And that metamorphosis was that, and I didn't plan this, it just happened. I, I backed away to take a good look at the way things are really going in my life and, frankly, in everybody else's life. I talked to Casey Nunez, and he has some insights. And those insights, by the way, were between me and Casey, Casey and me alone. But as I backed away and I pulled back from the things that I was doing, I developed a real sense of peace. I no longer had to be anybody, and by not being anybody, I no longer had to buy into any of the plans or the theories or the ideas or the physics or anything like that. I was just me. And like I said, this sense of peace came over me. And it isn't like you've lost anything or gained anything. It's just that you just are. You just are. And so I began to not answer questions. I completely, as you know, I put up an article yesterday, and I'm going to put the link to that article in this video, where I just abandoned Facebook. And not mainly because it was all fake. It was all fake. It was all designed to sell you another pair of underwear kind of thing. And I thought, well, I don't need that anymore. I don't need that anymore. And the more that I backed away from the public area, the more that this sense of peace came over me, and I began to see things a lot clearer. And then, of course, I got sued by Amy Sharon. Amy is back on the tarmac again, and she's blaming me for everything except World War II and everything. And it didn't upset me, not even a little bit. You can look on my YouTube channel, and I actually, with a concert with Robert V, I actually put up, I think, 3 of her phone calls that she sent me. That she says she's talking to a very famous judge and a very famous lawyer and a very famous garbage man. And she blamed me for 1,000 death threats. She blamed me for wanting to have sex with her and sell her eyes to the Sheikh of Araby. She blamed me for stealing $250,000 of precious stones that she carried around in a purse or something or another. And she mainly went on and on about how beautiful she was and how I had photoshopped her pictures. And if you want to talk about Photoshop, the reason I had an interest in Amy years ago was I received a picture of her, and it was a picture of her head. From the neck down was Carrie Fisher. Now, that's some Photoshop for you right there. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'll say it anytime you want to hear it. When she showed up at my house, and this is all I'm going to say about her. She showed up at my house. Have you ever seen the movie The Green Mile, when the convict is delivered to death row, and he gets out of the paddy wagon, and the leaf springs relax about 18 inches. He's so large and everything. Well, that is a little bit like watching Amy get out of a U-Haul bobtail truck. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? At any rate, I've got plans for that, but I'm not going to go into it. But that's the whole thing in a nutshell. I think it's a change of direction. I'm not so much deserting people or anything like that, but I'm not buying into the nonsense. I'm not buying into any of the nonsense anymore. And I'm not going to sit and try to convince people of who I am, because I'm nobody. I haven't had any major top 10 hits on Billboard. Now, I have had a couple top 10 hits in England in the Piccadilly Circus. That's a matter of record. I wrote Buzz McKenzie for President back in 2000, or I was 1998 or 80. Anyway, back then, I also wrote Don't Let Life Shoot the Sweet Out of You, the English. It seems like the English love dog songs, and they loved those two dog songs, okay? And I really did that, but I don't want, people are all into fact checks now. Well, we fact checked that, and then we fact checked this, and we fact checked that. Okay, well, okay. If all those thousands of articles, all those books, and all those songs won't convince you that I'm a writer and I've done these things over my life, and I'm 70 now, my deal's over. But if that won't convince you, there's nothing I can do to say, hey, I might have something to say. You might want to read my stuff one day and see if we have something in common. Not that I'm going to change your life or anything like that, but maybe, we have a little something in common. But that's what I'm doing. I'm backing away, and I'm just being me. I'm just being me. And I'm not going to worry about what people say or what they do or groups of people that are organizing around the world to kill off everybody but 500 million. And I'm not going to worry about this war in Czechoslovakia or Ubanki or, Ukraine or anything. I'm not going to worry about that. That has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. I don't vote. I stopped voting some time ago because it wasn't conspiracy theory. I just didn't think that the government had the capability of counting all the votes. Why should I go down and hang around with a bunch of people I don't know and don't like to cast the votes? I just don't do it. But that's the whole thing. I'm in touch with, a very few people. And when I don't get in touch with you, it's not because I don't like you. It's that you're doing your thing and I'm doing mine, and the two just don't coincide. Good luck to everyone. Good luck to all the Blog Talk people. Good luck to all the people that are trying to break into the business and write and all that. I wish you luck. Maybe you'll change history. Maybe you'll change history. But that's it. That's where I'm at. I'm retired. And I'll just do my thing until one day I'm not doing my thing anymore. And like I said, once I'm gone, whenever that may be, if I haven't left enough in writing and recording to tell you who I am, then I failed. I didn't get through what I thought. God bless each and every one of you, and I'll see you on the flip side.
Hat down, cross town, living like a rock star. Spend a lot of money on my brand new guitar.